Morning, guys and gals. I realized that I haven't made a video in a long time, especially a story video. I mean, I did my lessons and stuff, but I haven't read a story in a long time, so I'm going to do that. Now, you'll notice that I'm dressed a little differently. Kind of chill. I'm still chilling in my office. But Mrs. Roman said, maybe if you're going to be a teacher online, you need to still dress like a teacher offline. And I'm like, okay, so there it is, dressed a little bit more professionally, but hold on just a second. I gotta go get my coffee. I got a refill here. Just a second. Be right back. Right. Now, I don't know what happened to my partner over there. She's just being lazy over there. Whatever. She's all mad at me because I'm wearing a tie, I guess. Now, story for today. The brain is kind of a big deal. Inside of your head, behind your eyes, and under your hair is one of the coolest things about you, your brain. Your brain is the command center of your entire body, a living computer. It's constantly collecting and storing new information about everything you experience. That way, the next time you experience the same thing, your brain will know exactly what to do. Without your brain, you wouldn't be able to read and understand these words, or even turn the page. So your brain's kind of the command center. Mom or dad ever tell you, use your brain? You can tell them, I am. Not like that, though. Don't say it like that. Sure, for you, turning pages seems easy, but your brain had to move a lot of different muscles in just the right way to make that happen. Your brain works really hard all the time without even knowing it. Within your brain, there are 5 sections called lobes. Each does something a little different, but the parts all work together too. I'm not going to read all the little tiny tidbit parts. If you want to, let me know and I can borrow you this book and you can read all about it. The brain is made up of billions of things called neurons. They talk to one another by sending messages through gaps called synapses. When your brain's neurons work together to keep your body to take action, you can do all kinds of complicated things. Once a message leaves the brain, it travels through a long, stringy nerves. Nerves are like roads. They connect the brain to everything else in the body. I like this little part here. The heart says, I get pumped just watching this. Get it? Pump. Your heart pumps. But the brain sends all kinds of things. It's like little cars and information. Look at all the pieces of information. The brain also uses nerves to get messages back to the rest of your body. If you get a paper cut or scrape your knee, a nerve will let your brain know very quickly. So that's why if you get hurt, it goes right away. I mean, it doesn't be like, ow! It's not like that. It's right there. It's all because of them nerves. Your brain connects to the rest of your body through the nervous system. The nervous system is made up of your brain, brainstem, spinal cord, and nerves. So I wonder if this is a system that talks when my wife tells me that I'm getting on her nerves. That's what she's talking about. Your brain makes your body do a lot of important things to keep you alive without you even thinking about it. Like telling your heart to beat and your lungs to breathe. And here it kind of gets into, and this is a little bit higher up, involuntary and voluntary things. Like you can't just say, okay, heart, stop beating. Your brain tells you when you need to eat. Your stomach and gut send messages to your brain, and your brain decides when you're hungry or full. Are you tired right now? I'm not, because I just went and got my coffee. If you are, your brain is getting messages from your body that you need to sleep soon. When you sleep, your brain and your body get much needed rest. While you dream, your brain gets ready for the next day. Sometimes you dream about weird stuff. Remember in another story I talked about armadillos? That's the weird dream I have. My kids make fun of me about it all the time. See, they're over there at the table laughing. Can you hear it? Now it's time to move to even more fun stuff. The stuff that makes you, you. Your brain helps you turn thoughts into words so you can say or write what you're thinking. When you talk and write in a way that other people understand, you're using language. See, notice how they have different languages. Languages that you learn. And some people learn all kinds of different languages. One thing I bet you didn't know about me is I know a lot of sign language. I used to teach it. True. Remember how the brain collects information like a computer and keeps it for later? Your brain is really good at using this information to figure stuff out, along with the senses. When you see something, a message is passed from the back of your eyes to the very back of your brain. When your brain gets the message, the images are actually upside down and backwards. Your brain's a good problem solver, though. So your brain, it's kind of funny that it says that, because when I look at this, you guys see it right, but when I look at this, everything is backwards. That's why sometimes when I point, it's like this. I'm trying to figure out where to go. Your ears are always listening. Some parents are saying, yeah, right. When you hear something, whether it's the ocean or a song or a burp, your brain has to work to understand it. The sounds that you hear are made into messages sent to your brain. Then your brain tells you what the sound is. Anytime you feel with the sense of touch, like something soft or wet, messages are sent to your brain. When you touch something, your brain's experience can be really useful, especially if whatever you've touched is too sharp or too hot. Your brain can help you avoid that and keep you safe. When a smell enters your nose, a message is sent to your brain. Your brain will know if the smell is good or bad, or if you've smelled it before. You know, and this says later, your brain is especially good at this smell. And this one is funny. My kids do this to me all the time. You see that the nose says, here, smell this in the socks. It smells horrible. Then later, hey, smell this. And the brain says, I'm not falling for that again. If you taste something, your brain gets messages about the different flavors from your tongue. Then your brain decides if it likes the taste or not. So your sense of taste has a lot to do with your sense of smell. Your brain uses your nose even more than your tongue to decide if something smells good. And that proves that every brain's different. Now this brain's talking about how ice cream is awesome and pizza. But believe it or not, there's some people that don't like ice cream and pizza. So their brain's a little different. That's okay. I don't like tater tot hot dish, and everybody loves tater tot hot dish. And there's one other thing I don't like, and you all know what it is. Not even saying the word. Your brain is also in charge of telling your muscles and your body exactly how to move. When you run, your brain gives your body very specific instructions. My brain says, run slow and fall flat on your face. That's what my brain says, and that's usually what I do. When you're in danger, your brain is firing messages all throughout your nervous system to make movements happen. By now, you know that your brain is always collecting information like a computer. All that information is stored in your memory. Your brain searches through all that information so you can find a memory when you need it. A new memory is kept in your brain for about 30 seconds before it's forgotten. This is called short-term memory. If you repeat something enough times, or if it's really important, that short-term memory can turn into a long-term memory. Long-term memories last, you guessed it, a long time. So don't worry, your brain will never stop making memories. So always keep learning. And I keep learning. And I proved that when I showed my books. I've been doing a lot of reading. But that, sometimes when you guys say, we already did that, or we did this bit. So that's important. I always say it's repeated, repeated, repeated. We always talk about that. Something the brain is really good at is thinking. Thinking and thinking and thinking. Your brain is thinking pretty much all the time. You can imagine things and solve problems just by thinking about them. Every invention that people ever created, from rockets to medicine to toilets and pizza, came from thinking about ways to make things better. Did you know your feelings like love come from your brain too? You feel happy, sad, angry, or scared without ever having to learn how. You can control how you react when you feel about something, but feelings happen no matter what. Some of you heard that before? Your brain is pretty important. It helps you make sense of the world around you. It tells your heart to pump blood into the rest of your body and your lungs to breathe so you can stay alive. It moves your body and helps you talk and see and hear. Your brain is in charge of all your thoughts and feelings and memories that make you, you. This says, hooray for brain. That's kind of a big deal. Now, I read that book for a reason. And I didn't show a lot. I know I didn't show a lot of the little talky stuff and things, but some of it's funny. And if you guys ever want to borrow that book, have mom and dad contact me. I'll send it out to you. No big deal. But I did that for a reason. It's because our brain is a big deal. And our brains are working really hard right now. Whether it's doing our schoolwork, whether it's doing our fun stuff, whether it's staying sane, staying normal, staying not mad. Because it's really hard to do that now that we can't do the things that we normally do. I talk a lot in my classes and in my room and even in my house about using your tools. And there's a lot of tools right now that we can't use. One thing that drives my kids nuts is they can't go over to the park. We literally have a park across the street from our house. And I look over and there's caution tape all over the park. They can't use it. And that makes them really upset. It makes me really sad because I love to watch. One of the things that helps me and it puts me in a good mood is I open the window and I sit here right where I'm sitting now and I read my books and I'll even turn and look so you can see. So right out that window that's bright and you can't see, then you saw my messy gym bag, is the park. And I can open that window and I can watch the kids and I can hear the kids and I can read my books and I can hear them laughing and I can hear that. And I really, really can't wait till that happens again. Because like I said, that's one of my tools, is hearing my kids laugh and hearing my kids have fun. So what our brain and what we need to shift our brain to do is find new things that help us. But the most important thing in this book today that I read is that feelings are going to happen no matter what. Okay? We're going to be sad. We're going to be mad. We're going to be tired. We're going to be overwhelmed. We're going to have all kinds of different feelings. Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, kids. Everybody has different feelings right now. But it's what you do with them that matters. Okay? So kids, if you're cooped up and you got way too much energy, driving your parents nuts doesn't do any good. Okay? Parents, we know that you're overwhelmed. And like I've said in every email I've written, like I've said in every message I've sent, if there's things that we can do to help, we're here to help. And I'm here to help anytime. Don't feel bad. Most of you have my number. If not, it's on the first email I sent. They gave you the link to all this stuff. Okay? Shoot me a text. Give me a call. Don't feel bad if it's too late. Don't feel bad if you think you're interrupting anything. If I can't answer it, I won't. But if I can, I will. And I'm there for you. Because we need to keep our brains going. We need to keep our brains healed. Okay? Because our brain is a big deal. Let me know if you want to borrow the book. Remember, watch the video on the challenge. Today's Thursday. I've only gotten 3. Better hurry.